guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to get started on planting on my little baby seedlings so that I can transplant them after, well, around Easter, but I'll go into why I'm going to do that here in a minute. If you hear any noises, I'm sorry, it's my chickens and my ducks next to me. They're being a little noisy, but I have all my supplies. We have a little plant tray. It has 72 cell roots, so we're gonna get into that. And then the brand of seeds I'm doing are from Haas. I am not affiliated with them in any way, but after doing research, they supposedly have really good seeds and really good outcomes with when you plant them. So we're gonna try them. I'll go through kind of what I got. I have red coral cherry tomatoes. Oh my gosh. I have 2 packs of bell peppers because they only come in 30 seeds where these came in 50. So I got 2 packs of those. And then some jalapenos. These came in a special package, their own little package. These are hybrid tomatoes. These are supposed to be really resilient to pretty much anything that comes in contact with them. I've heard really good things about them, the way they taste, the way they grow, the ability to grow. And so we're gonna try them. They even came in their own package. Then the ones that will not go in my little tray because they have to go directly into the ground are my squash. I got 2 of those again because they're only 30 seeds and I eat a lot of squash. Can you all calm down? And then I got a watermelon. It's a 30 seed too, but I only got 1 because I don't eat a whole lot of watermelon, but I do love a homegrown watermelon. Then I got 2 packs of 50 cucumbers because I love to make pickles with them and eat cucumbers, so I did that. And then some cabbage. Oh, and then my big pack here is my hybrid sweet corn. All of this has to go directly into the ground though and not be started in the tray. And then I have my soil. So I think that's, oh, and my light, my little grow light. I got this at Walmart. I was gonna get one at like Tractor Supply or something, but I forgot. So I had to run and get some more extra light bulbs for the chicks, and Tractor Supply wasn't open yet, so I went ahead and grabbed my grow light too. But I think that's it. So we're gonna get ready to get started. Oh, I'm gonna show you one of my new duckies. See if I can get one of them. Oh, stop it. What is this? This is Daffy. Say hi, Daffy. This is Daffy. I have 2 black and 2 yellow, but this is little Daffy. So when you hear noises, it's these and my big old chickens that are going crazy. My chicks have gotten huge. I don't know if I can grab one. I can get one. Oh, hush. Here's one of my chicks. They're getting really big, but yeah. I don't remember this one's name. I'm having a hard time at this point remembering all their names or like telling them apart because of they don't all have their feathers in yet, but I'll get there. Anyways, let's get started planting. Okay, I kind of laid out and placed my seeds of like how many rows and where I want each plant. I'm gonna plant a few extra just because in case some of them don't sprout and grow well, I'll have extra. If they all work, then I'll just plant them all and I'll sell any extras that I have or give them to family. Oh my Lord. One of my chicks is trying to fly. So these need to go on the ground, or they need to get started 6 to 8 weeks before your last frost, which for me last year was around Easter. So I'm gonna start these now and then they'll go into the ground around Easter, if that makes sense. But I have some water. I'm gonna get my dirt a little bit wet. Oh, I'm gonna get so dirty. And then we're gonna get started. Let's see. We're gonna start with that much because I have no idea how much I need. I'm gonna do my hand without my bracelet. I'm definitely gonna need more water than that. Oh, I'm gonna get so dirty. quite a bit more in. I'm sorry. There's something about the smell of soil though that I like. It might sound weird. Trying to get everything off the bottom. We're almost where we need it. We might need a touch more water. Maybe just a tiny touch. But we're pretty close to where it needs to be. And I'll show you what that is. You don't want it like soaking wet, but you want it moist and where it'll kind of stick together. I feel like it needs still a little bit more. That should have done it. If you don't like getting dirty, wear gloves. This gets really, really dirty. I think that's about good. You can see, like it holds its shape, but it's not soaking wet. Okay, I'm gonna sit that down for a second. I gotta move my seeds. So I'm doing 3 rows of the hybrid tomatoes, 2 rows of my cherry tomatoes, 2 rows of my bell peppers, and 2 rows of my jalapenos. So now what I'm gonna kind of do is I'm gonna take my dirt, place it kind of on top of my little holes, and that's a big old chunk of stuff. Sit it and press it down in there so it kind of fills them up. We are almost there. Man, my arm is tired. That one needs more. Okay, once I get all these packed in, I will go back, put a little hole in each one with my finger, and place a seed. Okay. Now they're all full. All right, now we're gonna stick, I just got dirt on my boob. Stick each, oh, Duke decided to join us. Hi, Duke. Hi, buddy. We're gonna stick each seed. We're gonna only do 1 seed per vessel. I'm just taking a screwdriver in the center, clearing out a spot. We're gonna start with our hybrid tomatoes. Row spacing. So on here it tells you your row spacing, your seed spacing, your depth that you should plant, how long it takes to mature, all of that. I want to be very gentle opening these because I don't want to lose any. These seem to be decently sized. So this is what these seeds look like. They're little white seeds. I'm dropping 1 in per hole. I'm gonna go ahead and just make all my holes first, so I don't do it individually. out of that one. So I'm just making my little hole. Duke, are you tormenting the chickens? Better not be. Okay, so I got all my holes made for these. We're just gonna go along, drop one in at a time, getting it all the way down in there. Trying not to forget where I was at. And oops, I think, yep, I definitely put 2 seeds in that one. Oopsie. Well, that one's just gonna have 2 in it because I can't get it out. I'm only 1 short. That would have been perfect. I want to drop that. Okay, now that they're in, I'm just gonna take my finger and press the dirt back down over them. That one was supposed to have 1 seed. It got 2, so it's gonna have an extra shot at producing something. And now I'm gonna take my little marker, because it does come with like what it is, and I'm gonna stick it right in the front of that one. I'm gonna shut these back up, put those back in my envelope, and save. So then that first row looks like so. All right, now we're gonna move on to the next. Go ahead and do all my holes. I packed some of these kind of deep. All right, I got all my holes ready for this one. I'm gonna grab jalapenos. These are jalapeno hybrid peppers F1. I'm sure you all know what jalapeno seeds look like, but I will show you. That's what those look like. They look like little seeds that came out of your peppers. 1 seed. Oh. Let's grab 2 per hole. Oh. There we go. Make sure each one has a seed. It looks like they do, I think. Where's my seed? I know I put a seed in there. Hold on. Yeah, they're in there. They're just, I want to make sure I didn't forget that hole. Again. All right. Pressing it down. Covering them up. Getting them all snug in their little holes. This extra dirt into this last hole back here. All right. Get my little labeler out. Stick it right there. Now, second row, done. On to the third. Making the holes. This came with a lid too, so we'll put a lid. Make sure you get one that has a lid on it. That one has a big stick right in the way. Okay. There we go. Okay. Now we're gonna do bell peppers. I should have done the cherry tomatoes next to the other tomatoes like I had it laid out, but you know, I grabbed them the way they came, or the way I laid them out, so that is what it is. All right. These are bell pepper seeds. There you go. All right. One at a time. Something's tickling my nose. First row's done. And second row's done. Covering them up. Packing them down. Okay. Oh, I forgot to get my labeler out. Label. In. All right, last row is for my cherry tomatoes. So, making my holes. I try to go directly in the middle. Sometimes it gets a little off center, but you know, it's okay. I hear Duke doing something. Now we're on to the cherry tomatoes. These are the tiniest little seeds, so I'm gonna do 2 of each of these. And like, these are almost impossible to even pick up. They're so tiny. Especially when you have nails. Quite difficult. My little babies back there are being so noisy. I think they want attention. Come on, number 3. Number 4 needs one more. Number 5. Number 6 back there. Okay. And for some reason, this one did not come with a label, like a stick to label them. Duke. Okay, we're cutting down the dirt. Some of these kind of feel like they might need a little extra dirt. So, I feel like I need to just take a little bit and like put in that one. A little bit needs to go in that one. A little bit needs to go in that one. A little bit needs to go in that one. And just a tiny bit in that one. All right. Again, that one did not come with like a label. Not really sure why, but it didn't. So at this point, we should look something like this. So when I tilt it, you see your rows with the space in between. And again, I did jalapenos. Just checking to make sure I didn't accidentally like, yep. Making sure I used all my labelers, which I did. Then I'm gonna put the lid on. I will not need to water them right now because the soil is already wet for me dampening it. All right, pull this out. So here, put my lid on. And I have my baby seeds. I'm gonna stick it right under the light for a minute while I kind of clean up my mess. So if you have more, obviously, you'll need another tray. This one pretty much worked out perfectly for me. And they do break apart. So when you transplant them, it makes it easier. So these trays break apart, like the ones that you get, like if you go to somebody that's already started them, they just are all together right now.
A few moments later.
All right, sorry I had to pause for a second. One of my chicks, his name's Waffle, flew out. They're starting to learn how to fly, and I had their crate open for a minute because I had been cleaning out their water, and she flew out at me, so I had to clean that. But anyways, I went ahead and stacked up some tackle boxes that I have to make sure that the planter with all the babies is like right against the light for at the beginning. So that's what I've done. But yeah, I hope you all kind of stay around, follow along with the journey of my plants and now my chicks and my ducks. I mean, if I'm gonna dive in, I might as well dive all the way in, right? No need to just do one, let's do it all. So anyways, yeah, thank you all for hanging out with me, helping me get my babies planted, and fingers crossed we have all of them sprout and get big and healthy looking, and then we can transplant them around Easter and hopefully have a much bigger, nicer garden than last year, because last year's just did not go as well as I had hoped. So we'll find out. Keep following along. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.